Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with morning grain calls. Grains are mixed overnight. Got soybeans and meal a little bit lower. We've got soybean oil, corn, and wheat a little bit higher. Stock market's a little bit lower. China's third quarter GDP data was lower than expected, and that's offering some weakness in global equity markets. China cites supply chain problems, higher cost of energy, the energy crisis, higher cost of raw materials as the key to their slowdown in GDP, and that probably has a rippling effect in global GDP with higher energy costs, higher food costs, or higher raw material costs, and also concerns about just what is going to happen down the road with COVID and things of that nature. We'll be watching some of the inflation markets to see if they start turning a little bit higher with food and energy inflation continue to rise. As far as weather is concerned, Brazil rains is helping crops there. Argentina is turning a little drier. U.S. southern plains will be dry. Russia dry. Australia and South Africa is off to good starts. La Nina is picking up, and we'll probably see less than normal rainfall for at least the U.S. southern plains and probably also Argentina and southern Brazil. We expect 65% of the soybean crop is harvested. Cash values are firming as harvest nears end. Corn harvest about 55%, and then we see some end user buying underneath the market and lack of farmers selling, supporting prices. I think that beans are in this 12.50 range until we find out just how much soybeans China is going to buy and what kind of South American weather we're going to have. I think corn held support a little bit above $5. To get over 540, we're going to have to see some more export demand, confirmation that the crop might be just a little bit smaller. And we still have positive margins in ethanol, and our export prices are the cheapest feed grain in the world. As far as wheat is concerned, Minneapolis wheat approaching $10 on low global milling supply. I think that'll help Kansas City and Chicago test $8. And again, in the back of our mind, we have to realize that stocks are tight globally, and La Nina does produce drier than normal conditions across the U.S. southern plains in 2022. So we'll be watching any news about China buying, especially U.S. beans and corn. We'll be watching South American weather. We'll be watching money flow because of inflation. And then we're watching anything out of Washington as far as stimulus package are concerned, EPA mandate rules, and the upcoming midterm elections, and see if that has any impact on the balance of power in Washington. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.